Hi guys, welcome. I'm gonna go ahead and make the ruler bag that's coming out really soon, I think tomorrow. This is it. It's super cute and you could put all your pencils in it. I'm making the 6x10 size. There'll also be a couple other sizes. I know at least the 5x7. So the first thing you do is your placement stitch. This just shows you how big of fabric or vinyl or whatever your materials should be. So I'm going to go ahead and stitch that first. Here we go. I'm going to let that stitch out and then I will come back. Okay, this is what it will look like. This is your placement stitch. Your zipper is going to be next and you line it up right here along this. This is the zipper lineup. So I'm going to go ahead and just make sure I have my zipper between these two lines. So you just line it up. You can tape it, you can hold it, whatever you like. You just make sure both sides go out. Now it's important on which side you put your zipper pull. If you like to pull from the right to the left, you're going to want it this way. If you like to pull from the left to the right, then you want to put your zipper pull on the other side. But I'm going to go ahead and hold this down. The next stitch, stitch 2, is the 2 lines. It's basically going to stitch your zipper down. So put your zipper down and stitch step 2. I'll come back and show you what it looks like. Okay, it went ahead and stitched a line on either side of the zipper. I probably could have placed it better. I'm not the best at placing it, but your zipper is now attached and down and perfectly fine. Sorry. Now your next step, step 3 on this zipper pouch bag, is to go ahead and put your front bottom fabric down. So this is the front of your bag and it's the bottom half of the fabric. I went ahead and cut my fabric already. I'm going to use this awesome glitter vinyl. You can use fabric or whatever you want. I'm using vinyl. When you use vinyl, you just need to cut a straight edge. If you are using fabric like cotton or something, I fold over the edge right here. So I actually double the size of the amount of fabric you need, and then I fold it in half so you have a clean, solid edge. The fabric will, regular cotton fabric will fray if you just put it up to the edge, so you need to fold it over. And you can do that in a different video, but I'm going to use vinyl here. Okay, you just put it exactly where you want it. You can put it over the zipper, like half of it if you don't really want to see the zipper, and then it's still going to stitch that same line. But I like to see just the zipper part. So I'm going to put it down, and then I'm going to go ahead and stitch step 3, and I will come back and show you what that looks like. Okay guys, that's stitched down. So the front bottom is stitched in. Now we're going to do the front top right here. So that's step 4. So I already have my vinyl cut. I'm going to do vinyl again. You could do something else up here too to make it a different look. I might try line up the blues a little bit. Yeah, so it's kind of the same. Okay, so you just line it up exactly how you want it there, and then you go ahead and stitch step 4. And I will come back and show you what that looks like when it's done. Okay, now we have the top stitched all down, so the front's all stitched. Now in every bag, what comes next is details. So if you weren't doing any details, you could just put the back part on right now and stitch it and it would be done. If you didn't want anything on the front of this, but you wanted this size bag. But at this point, if you want any pretty details on the front of your bag, this is when you're gonna stitch it. So this is step 5. Jen, she went ahead and made this cool ruler bag. So I'm gonna stitch the numbers first. I already changed my thread to black, and I'm gonna go ahead and stitch those numbers. So step 5 is the numbers. So I'm gonna go ahead and start, and I'll show you what it looks like when it's done stitching. The numbers are all stitched. The next detail that she has on there are the ruler lines. So if you want them to be a different color, change your thread, but I'm keeping mine black. So I'm going to go ahead and stitch step 6, which are the ruler lines. And I'm going to go ahead and stitch, and I will show you what it looks like after. Hi Hi guys, I got the ruler stitch lines in. It's all in. It looks great. The next step, step 7, is the wording you rule. So if you want that, you go ahead and add it now. It's step 7. I changed my thread to what I want, and I'm going to go ahead and stitch it, and I'll come back and show you what it looks like when it's done. Okay guys, this is what it looks like, the U rule. All the details are on here. If you have software, you could add a kid's name or anything maybe along the top up here or something. I didn't do that. I think it's fine this way. But if you do have software, you could add a name. I'm going to go ahead and put a clip on mine. So I'm going to show you how to do that here. This is where you need to open your zipper. So once you put all of your details on the front of your bag, and before you put the backing on, you have to open your zipper. If you don't, you cannot flip your bag. So I'm going to go ahead and open it. Bear with me, it's hard to hold it into it. I'm just going to open it way over to here. You want to keep it within the stitch line, but you want it open. So when you flip your bag, you're going to flip it through this zipper hole. That's why it needs to be open. This is also where you add a clip. If you want a clip, everyone's adding these clips. I'm going to show you. It's like a lobster claw clip. Mine's different than the one Jen has, but if you want to know where to get these, Jen has a link to Amazon, and hers actually clip onto this little zipper hole. Mine do not, so I'm going to buy hers next, but I'm going to use what I have. I'm going to attach it. You can do it with ribbon. You can do it with almost anything. I'm going to use fold over elastic. I already cut it. It's stretchy. That's what fold over elastic has, a stretch to it where ribbon doesn't. So the way you do this is you just put, I'm going to put the phone down. You put that through there, and then I'm going to show you how to set it here. I'll be back and show you what that's back on my hoop. It's taped right there. And I'm not lining this bag. I could do another video where you line it, but I'm leaving this to be my inside. So all you do now is put your back fabric on. I'm using the same fabric, and you put right sides together. Make sure your zipper's open. Right sides together. And then you're going to go ahead and stitch your very last stitch, which is step 8. And it's basically going to stitch all the way around your bag, sealing it together. And then I will come back and show you what that looks like. Hey guys, it's all done. It's completely sealed in. This is what your bag will look like at the end. That's that side. And then here's the back of the hoop. Now I'm going to go ahead and take it off of my hoop. I tear off all the tearaway now, so I'm going to go ahead and tear all this off. I'm just going to get rid of all of it. Sorry, I'm doing this on my floor. I take all of this tearaway off in between, and I clean it up a little bit, so I'm going to go ahead and do that. Okay guys, the bag's out of the hoop, the stabilizer's pulled away. I cleaned up the back, got some of the extra string off, and I took the stabilizer off, and I kind of cornered, I need to cut that one. I kind of rounded the corners so it'll be easier to turn. You notice all the stabilizers off the zipper. Those 2 stitches that were holding it down are off, and this is why you have to open that zipper, because this is where you're going to turn your bag. You're going to turn, once it's all clean and ready, you just turn your bag all the way over. And I'll probably do this off camera and then come back and show you what it looks like. Guys, it's completely turned. I got the corners out. It's so sparkly. Here's your clip. Here's what the inside looks like without it being lined. I can do another lined one later so you can see. Here's the back. And then, see if I can zipper it around it. Okay. The zipper works fine. It looks great. Hope this video helps. Have fun.